So, Lone Rider here, and unboxing something pretty cool. Let's see, we have, this came in the mail. This is for the Covered Bridges ride in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I may be doing that this year. I haven't done it in a while. It's 100 kilometers. Let's see. Spyderco Sage. Alright, so here we go. This is, oh, I see, there's tape on the sides. So this, I was looking forward to this for a while. I used to have something similar from way back when I was a youngster, and I lost it, unfortunately. I have a small one, but it doesn't work quite as well. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's just like an invoice receipt type thing. All right, that's cool. So what we have here is a Kissing Crane manual stiletto, and let's take a look. This is supposedly an older one, not a made in China one, and it supposedly has an actual stag handle. So let's see, there we go, that's the thing there. A little stiff, but works pretty good actually. So there you go, that's the KC47 rust free, which is rust free is basically rust free. It's that version of stainless, and then you have the Kissing Crane logo. Let's see. This looks like it might be a real stag or bone that's been jigged to look like stag. The bolster's pretty well made. Wow. Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, it's a little stiff because it's new. But I'm actually kind of impressed with this. Wow. Yeah, that's a very nice looking thing. The engagement on the lock here, the pin lock, you can see is not 100%. It doesn't quite rest flush against the bolster, but it's pretty good. Should be able to fix that. Maybe just, you know, file around the edges of this pin to make it a better fit. That's apparently a known problem with these. But yeah, this is, oh wow, this is actually, I mean, it's very pretty, right? But it's also, you know, pretty solid. There's no blade play of any kind. And wow, this is a pretty neat thing. And I think if I oil that, it'll work pretty good the way one of these is supposed to. It's supposed to go, you know, like that and flick open. And mine almost does. So, and this is out of the box pretty stiff. So I'm pretty psyched about this. Now, if only my fishtail was here too. I ordered a Falcon fishtail manual stiletto as well. That just hasn't materialized. I ordered that from a different company, which shall remain nameless because I don't want to badmouth anybody. But they said it was supposed to ship in 2 to 3 days, and that was over a week and a half ago, and I haven't even gotten an email. They said they were going to send me an email when it shipped with the tracking information, and I got nothing. So I'm just assuming they took my money and they robbed me. There's not really much I can do, but since it was not a very expensive knife, I'm not going to, you know, I mean, I guess I could file a complaint with, you know, somebody about it, but, you know, to me, it's like, it's probably worth more of my time than the money they stole from me is worth. And who knows, they may actually send it to me at some point, but you know, I don't see any indication of that forthcoming. You would think, you know, on the website of this other company, some of the knives were listed as available, some of them were listed as not available. You would think if it was a knife that was not available, that they would have simply said something to the effect of send me an email saying, just to let you know, you clicked on this as if it was available because we said it was available, but actually it's not. So there's going to be a delay in shipping it to you. I mean, you would think, right? Just out of courtesy. Well, I was curious what happened to my money and why I wasn't receiving my blade. So I did a search, and apparently this particular company, not this one, but the one that was going to be sending the Falcon stiletto, they are apparently known for spotty customer service. Well, of course, taking your money and not sending you merchandise, period, is not spotty customer service. It's theft. So I'm very disappointed in them. But as far as this goes, this arrived very quickly. Actually, the reason I initially ordered that one instead of this was because, well, the website that this was on, it said usually ships in about a week, 5 to 7 days or something like that. The other one said usually ships in like 2 days. So I ordered the other one. It's a something different style of knife. It's a fishtail stiletto with no bolster up here, or no, I should say, guard up here, and a wooden grip. But I ordered that one because it was, going to arrive sooner. Yet the one that I waited a week to order and that said ships in twice as much time arrived before I've even heard anything about the other one being sent out. So this is as a warning if you're thinking about ordering a Falcon stiletto, and they only seem to be available from a handful of people. Falcon is the same. It's the manual knives subset of the AKC company, which makes those push button stilettos. If you're thinking about ordering one of these, not one of these, the Kissing Cranes, but one of the Falcons, do research on the company before you place the order. There's only a handful of companies that retail them, but at least here in the U.S., but make sure you do your research on them because some of these companies have a bad rep. Now, given that a lot of times the Falcons are sold out, you may be sitting there saying, well, okay, this place has a decent rep, but they're sold out. It's out of stock. This other place has a bad rep, but they say it's in stock, so I'll give it a try. And it's your call. If you think that the cost of the thing is not all that great, so it doesn't matter. I mean, these are usually like $20 or $30 knives, right? As opposed to something like the Spyderco Sage, which is like a $130 knife. So it's your call. If you want to, pay a buck and trust your luck, as it were, but do so knowing that, at least with the Falcons, if you're ordering from a disreputable company, they may just not send you the knife. This is what happened to me. But this particular knife and this particular company were very good, and they sent the knife right to me. It was actually said to be delivered on Friday, which had me worried because I'm supposed to be working all day and it's very humid, going to be very humid. I didn't want it sitting outside of the mailbox rusting, although it was packaged in plastic and layers of other things, so it may have been fine. But it just came today, and I'm very psyched with it. There is one thing to note, which is the little Kissing Crane emblem in the grips. Again, this is just a first impression. I haven't actually used the knife. No idea how sharp it is. Actually, we can test that now. Here, let me see. We can test that now just on this. Okay, so it's rough, but it does cut. But this is going to need a lot of sharpening. It's nowhere near what I would consider a good edge. But in particular, the Kissing Crane logo on the grip there, you'll see there's a recess for it to sit in. It's not centered, right? Now that doesn't really bother me because frankly, as a lefty, I'm going to be looking at that side of the knife anyway, not this side. So but it is, and given the price point of these things, again, they're not very expensive. That's, to me, is not a huge problem. Actually, I'm more concerned about the lockup here. Seems pretty good, but this lock bar doesn't sit flush with the bolster. So I'm going to have to take a look at that and see what I can do to improve it. But like I said, the action is very smooth out of the box. Almost works all the way open, even though there's no oil or anything on it. I mean, a little bit of what looks like thick oil, almost like motor oil, but that's about it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm very happy with it so far. The edge obviously needs work, but a lot of these things do. And this is actually way cooler than the one I had when I was a youngster. So I'm glad I got a replacement. So there you go, one rider out. This is the KC47 Kissing Crane model stiletto, and I'm very happy to have this in my possession. Stay cool, rock on.